Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. In this video, I'll explain some problems in electrochemistry. Question number 1, consider the following reaction. Fe plus O2 plus 4H plus gives ferrous Fe2 plus and 2 water. If E cell is equal to E naught cell, then ferrous concentration given 10 to the power minus 3. Pressure of oxygen is given 0.01 atmosphere. pH is equal to X. So what is the value of X? First of all, we need to calculate what is the H plus concentration in this problem. Then convert that H plus into pH. What is the formula? pH is equal to minus log of H plus concentration. Correct? So we will start with the Nernst equation and get the value of H plus concentration. What is Nernst equation? According to Nernst equation, E cell is equal to E naught cell, okay, minus 0.0591 divided by N log of, okay. Now you write down the ratio between the product and the reactant. Product concentration, products are ferrous Fe2 plus concentration, number of moles are 2, square it. Then water concentration taken as 1, pure solvent, divided by. Now we have got iron metal on the reactant side. For metal also taken as 1 into oxygen is a gas. So pressure of the oxygen into H plus concentration to the power 4 because number of moles are 4. Right? Now these two values are equal to each other. Correct? Now when you bring on the other side becomes 0. So I can rearrange it. 0.0591 divided by N log of Fe2 plus concentration square divided by pressure of the oxygen O2 into H plus concentration to the power 4 which is equal to 0. Correct? Now log of Fe2 plus concentration square it divided by pressure of the oxygen O2 into H plus concentration to the power 4 is again is equal to 0. Now, you know that log 1 should be equal to 0. You know this value, correct? That means that ratio Fe2 plus square divided by pressure of the oxygen into H plus concentration to the power 4 should be equal to 1 now. Now we'll substitute the values. Fe2 plus concentration given 10 to the power minus 3 then square it. Okay, divided by partial pressure given how much 0.01, let me write 10 power minus 2 into H plus concentration we need to calculate to the power 4 is equal to 1. Therefore now H plus concentration we have got now. Okay, H plus concentration to the power 4 is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 power minus 6 and plus 2 becomes 10 to the power minus 4. Correct? Therefore, H plus concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Fourth root of this one to the power 1 by 4 I can write. Okay? So it is 4 into 1 by 4. So remaining is 10 power minus 1. Therefore, I got now H plus concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 1. Therefore, I can calculate the pH now. pH is equal to minus log of H plus concentration is equal to minus log of 10 to the power minus 1. This is equal to minus of minus 1, you will get 1. So therefore, pH is equal to 1. That means X is equal to 1, right? So what is the option number now? Option number which one? A is the answer, right? So A is the answer here. Question number 2. The pressure of H2 required to make potential of hydrogen electrode 0 in pure water at 298 Kelvin. Okay. Here also we will make use of the Nernst equation. Find out the pressure of the H2. Now, you have studied in SHE. In SHE you have studied, right? The reduction equation. What is the reduction equation at SHE taking place? That is, I can take H plus takes up 1 mole of electron becoming half the mole of the hydrogen gas, right? Or multiply by 2 the entire equation. Here it is a 1 mole of hydrogen gas, correct? So 2 moles electrons are required here. Now we'll apply the Nernst equation. E is equal to E naught minus 0.0591 divided by N log of product divided by reactant concentration. Product is a hydrogen gas. So pressure of the hydrogen gas divided by the reactant concentration, that is the H plus concentration square. H plus concentration, we need to square it. Also they are given the potential of hydrogen is 0. So it equal to 0 is equal to E naught of SH is also equal to 0, standard value, minus 0.0591 divided by N log of pressure of the hydrogen divided by H plus concentration square. On rearranging, okay, log pressure of H2 divided by H plus concentration square is equal to 0. Again the similar thing, log, we have got log 1 is equal to 0, correct? Log 1 is equal to 0. That means pressure of the H2 divided by H plus concentration square is equal to 1. But what is H plus concentration? H plus concentration they are not given, but they are mentioned pure water at 298 Kelvin. You know that water can undergo dissociation to give H plus and OH minus. Okay, we can take two water molecule also. Now at 298 Kelvin, what will happen? H plus concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 7. Okay, and that of the OH minus also same. So we'll bring that now in the substitution. So we have got pressure of the H2 divided by 10 to the power minus 7, then square it, is equal to 1. Therefore, pressure of the H2 is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 in terms of atmosphere, I'll write. Okay, so pressure is 10 to the power minus 14 atmosphere, right? So what is the option number? Option number is 1, correct? A is the answer. Clear? Question number 3, numerical type question. They are given a cell reaction, silver plus ferric ions to give silver plus 1 and ferrous ions. Given standard reduction potential, SRP values are given. If the reaction is feasible, enter 1.00, or else you enter 0.00. Now, if this reaction is taking place and if the reaction is spontaneous, then its E naught cell value, should be positive quantity. The voltage should be always positive quantity. Voltage should be positive quantity. Okay. But how will you calculate this E naught cell? E naught cell can be calculated is equal to, it is the E naught of the cathode, minus E naught of the anode. Which one is the anode, which one is the cathode? Remember, at cathode always reduction takes place, and at anode always oxidation takes place. Now we have to identify which one undergoes oxidation, which undergoes reduction. So silver becomes a silver plus 1. Okay, 0 state had become plus 1 and 1 electron. This is oxidation. That means this should be anode now. Anode. Now ferric ions Fe3 plus, okay, takes a 1 electron, become ferrous ions Fe2 plus. So reduction taking place, oxidation number decreases. So it is a reduction taking place and should be a cathode. Correct? Should be a cathode. So let me write down E naught cell is equal to E naught of, which is the cathode now? Cathode is iron. Okay? Okay, iron plus 3 become plus 2. Minus E naught of anode. Anode is a silver there. Plus 1 becoming 0 state. iron oxidation, sorry, iron SRP value is given. How much it is? 0.77 minus that of the silver is given 0.80. So this E naught cell is equal to minus 0.03 voltage, and minus 0.03 voltage is not possible because it is a non-spontaneous reaction now. Okay, therefore reaction will not take place. Therefore I should enter the answer as 0.00. So what is the answer now? Answer should be 0.00, since this reaction doesn't take place, doesn't give the positive voltage, right? Question number 4. A current of 1.93 ampere is passed through 200 ml of 0.5 molar zinc sulfate aqueous solution for 50 minutes with a current efficiency 80%. If the volume of solution remains constant, then concentration of zinc 2 plus concentration zinc 2 plus after deposition of the zinc 2 plus is. Now we have to calculate what? We have to calculate molarity actually. Concentration is but molarity, right? We have to calculate molarity. How to calculate molarity? Molarity is nothing but number of moles of the zinc divided by volume in terms of liters. Number of moles you have to calculate. Volume is given here. Okay, that is a 200 ml. 200 ml is equal to 0.2 liter comes. Now, how to calculate number of moles? Now, here there are some number of moles from this solution you have to calculate. Then, how much is the deposit calculate? Remaining is this one. Okay, so let us start with the equation. Now, this is according to the first law of Faraday. So, let me write zinc 2 plus can take up 2 moles of electron, gives zinc 2 plus. Sorry, gives zinc, correct? Now, how many Faradays are required? We require 2 Faraday. In terms of coulombs, we require 2 into 96,500 coulombs. How many moles will deposit? It will deposit 1 mole. It will deposit 1 mole. Okay. Now, they are given amperes. They are given 50 minutes. And they are given current efficiency so much. Now, for this current, we'll find out how many moles will be deposited. Okay. But I will find out that coulombs Q is equal to quantity current is equal to I into T according to the first law of Faraday is equal to I is given 1.93 amperes into 50 minutes. Minutes should be converted into second into 60 seconds. Okay. Now this is actually they are passing, but current efficiency how much? 0.8 it is. Multiply by 0.8. 80% means multiply by 8. 0.8. So coulombs are 1.93 into 50 into 60, but current efficiency is not 100%, it is only 80%, 0.8 you have to multiply. Okay, so this will lead to the final answer equal to, we'll get it as the 0.024 moles. So many moles are deposited. So many moles are deposited now. Okay, so many moles are deposited. Now we should know how many moles are there in the solution. Let us calculate number of moles present in the solution actually, how much they have taken in the beginning. Initially how much taken. Use the formula. Whenever the solution they give, we can make the formula Vm divided by 1000 to calculate number of moles of the solute present in the solution. So volume is given 200 ml into molarity is given 0.5. Okay, divided by 1000 it is. Okay, 200 ml divided by 1000 ml. Okay, ml units remain the same. So how many moles are there here? When you calculate this one, it will be 0.1 moles. So 0.1 moles are present in the solution to begin with initially, but how much deposited? 0.024. So we have initially number of moles are 0.1 mole. Deposited is how much? Deposited is 0.024. Deduct this one. On deduction, we'll get 0.076 moles. Okay, so this is remaining now. This is remaining. So many moles are remaining. So many moles are remaining. Now, we have to calculate the molarity. How to calculate molarity? Molarity of the remaining solution. molarity is equal to, so molarity is equal to number of moles of the solution present in the solution now 0.076 divided by volume of the solution 200 ml 0.2 liters. So this is equal to now 0.38 molar it comes. 0.38 molar it comes. Clear? Right? So what is the option number now? Option number is A. So A is equal to 0.38 molarity. Correct? Question number 5. Calculate the time required for complete decomposition of 1 mole of water using 2 ampere of current. Okay. Let us write down first equation decomposition of water. Then calculate how many Faradays are required or coulombs are required. Okay. So let me start with the equation. Water, if I take H2O, it will dissociate, decomposes to give. Okay. Complete decomposition gives hydrogen gas and the oxygen gas. Correct? Two oxygens are there on the product side, therefore two water molecules, so 2 here. Now they are given for 1 mole of water. Now see here, 2 moles of water will give 2 moles of the hydrogen gas. Therefore 1 mole of H2O is equivalent to 1 mole of H2. 1 mole of H2. Correct? Right? Now we also assume this reaction now. H plus 2 moles of H plus will take up 2 moles electron can give 1 mole of the hydrogen gas. Correct? To get 1 mole of hydrogen gas, how many Faraday required? 2 Faradays required. 2 Farad is equal to 2 into 96,500 coulombs. Therefore, now this 1 mole of hydrogen is equal to 2 Faraday of electricity. Now make use of the Faraday's first law formula. Q is equal to I into T. Q we already have got 2 into 96,500 and amperes are given 2 amperes. I is equal to. Then T we have to calculate. This T will come in terms of seconds. Therefore T is equal to, okay, 2 to get cancelled, so we'll get 96,500 seconds. Okay, 500 seconds. Easy, right? So what is the option number? Option number is B. 96,500 seconds will get, right? Yeah. Question number 6, numerical type question. 4 different solutions containing 1 molar each of gold plus 3, copper plus 2, silver plus 1, lithium plus 1 are being electrolyzed by using inert electrodes. In how many samples metal ions would be deposited at the cathode? That means out of 4, how many will be deposited? Are all the 4, 1, 2 or 3? Now you find out. For that you remember, whenever there are SRP values are there, lower the SRP value, very good reducing agent. They are very good reducing agents. Okay, reducing agent. Or higher the SRP value, suppose the values are higher the SRP, they are very good oxidizing agents. They are very good oxidizing agents. Now, what do you mean by oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agents are those which oxidize other substances but undergoes reduction. They undergo reduction. Okay. So that means you have to select the higher SRP values. They will undergo reduction. That means they will be deposited. Now we'll arrange, okay, SRP values. Okay, SRP values. Highest one. Which is the highest one now? Silver. Silver is a very good oxidizing agent, undergoes reduction easily. It was deposited. Okay, then comes, sorry, not silver. So it is a gold, right? AU. AU has the highest value, that is 1.00 volt. Then comes silver, AG. How much it is? 0.8 volt. Then comes a 0.34. Which one is that? Copper. So copper comes 0.34 volt. Then comes finally the lithium. It is a minus 3.03. This is the lowest value. It's very good reducing agent. Undergoes oxidation easily. Is not deposited. Okay. But how many will be deposited? When I say a solution we should know the SRP value of water also. For water, SRP value is equal to, it is a minus 0.83, which means lithium can oxidize water. Sorry, water can water can now oxidize lithium. Water can oxidize lithium. Lithium undergoes oxidation. That means water undergoes reduction to give hydrogen gas. What undergoes reduction? So what undergoes reduction now? Got it? So lithium undergoes oxidation. Lithium undergoes oxidation, and what undergoes reduction to give H2 gas. Now that means lithium will not be deposited. Which one will deposited? We want the metals only, right? So these three metals will be deposited. What are those? Gold can be deposited, silver can be deposited, copper can be deposited. Hydrogen is a gas. So water on oxidation gives hydrogen gas. It's a reduction, correct? But hydrogen gas is not deposited, it is liberated. Though there is a reduction, correct? But lithium is not deposited. Lithium can undergo oxidation. It will be there in the solution itself. Therefore, only three metals can be deposited. So, you should write the answer for numerical type question 3.00. Okay, right? Question number 7. A current strength of 9.65 amperes is passed through excess fused aluminum chloride for 5 hours. How many liters of chlorine will be liberated STP? Okay, so we'll start with the chloride. Why chloride? Because aluminium chloride AlCl3 undergoes, okay, ionization to give aluminium plus 3 and chloride ion, 3 moles of chloride, equation balanced, right? Aluminium is deposited as aluminium metal, but chloride will be oxidized to give chlorine gas. Okay, so let me start with the chloride. Chloride undergoes oxidation, loss of electron. That electron is lost. But you know that 2 chloride can give a mole of chlorine gas, 1 mole of the chlorine gas. It can give 1 mole of the chlorine gas. And to balance the equation, I should have 2 moles of the electrons here. Correct? Now see here. This is 1 mole. This is equal to 2 Faraday. Right? 1 mole of any gas occupies what volume at STP? 22.4 liters at STP, which is equivalent to 2 Faraday. 2 Faraday is equal to 2 into 96,500 coulombs in terms of coulombs. Now question is, how many liters are liberated at STP for given coulombs? How do you calculate the given number of coulombs? Yeah, coulombs Q is equal to I into T according to the first law of Faraday. So I is given how much? 9.65 into time is given. Time in terms of hours, 5 hours. Convert into minutes into 60. Minutes you convert into second into 60. Okay. So I'll be writing this one 9.65 into 5 into 60 into 60. Okay. Therefore finally we are going to get here answer is equivalent to 20.16 in terms of liters. Okay, so what is the option number now? Option number is 20.16. Where it comes? Option number D, right? D is the answer here. Clear? Question number 8. For the strong electrolytes sodium hydroxide, sodium chloride, barium chloride, the molar ionic conductivities at infinite dilution are 250, 125, 300 mho Simon, that is Simon, centimeter square mole inverse respectively. The molar conductivity of barium hydroxide at infinite dilution is to be calculated with the same unit. Okay, this is according to Kohlrausch law. Okay, according to Kohlrausch law, we can calculate the molar conductivity of the given electrolyte by knowing the molar ionic conductivities of the other electrolytes. So we have to do some arrangement here, okay, some manipulation to get barium hydroxide. So you know that barium hydroxide BaOH twice. Now, it should be obtained from molar conductive sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide undergoes ionization to give sodium ion and hydroxide. Let me put it in brackets. Then sodium chloride Na plus and Cl minus. Correct? Then we have got barium chloride Ba2 plus and it produces two chloride ions. Correct? I want barium 2 plus. So I'll put positive part for the barium here. Then I want what? Hydroxides. Hydroxides are here, right? I'll put plus now. It is required. 2 times hydroxide required. Correct? I don't want chloride part. So I'll write minus here. I'll write. Okay? Clear? Also I'll write on 2 times because I don't want sodium part. Like plus 2 sodium, minus 2 sodium get cancels. Right? Minus 2 chlorides plus 2 chloride get cancels. So based on this technique. Okay? Clear? So we're left with the barium 2 plus and 2 hydroxide altogether. So that means 2 into sodium hydroxide value is given. How much? 250. Correct? Minus 2 into sodium chloride value is given 125. Right? Plus and barium chloride last one given it is a 300. Okay? So when you calculate all this we'll get 500 here. Correct? Minus we'll get the 250 here. Plus you'll get the 300 here. Correct? So we have got now 800 minus 250 is equal to, we'll get it as the 550. Correct? Right? Yeah, this is the answer. And this is a numerical type question. Options are not given. So I should be recording this answer. Okay? Like 550.00. Right? Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe RD Chemistry and support me. Thank you.